the concept of developmental indicator. Okay. So before this, sir has asked to explain the eclipse. So what is eclipse basically? Today we are having eclipse. So what eclipse is there? What is the difference between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse?
Lunar eclipse, sun come between the moon and the sun. Earth come between the moon and the sun.
Earth come between moon and the sun. Yes. Okay then.
Solar eclipse, moon come between the earth and sun.
Yes. Okay. So what is happening is when there is when there is a moon coming in between earth and sun, and earth is not able to get the sunlight from where? Earth is not able to get the sunlight from nothing but the sun, and that type of eclipse is called as what? That type of eclipse is called as a solar eclipse, because moon is blocking the sun rays towards nothing but earth. Clear? Now in case of lunar eclipse, what is happening? In case of lunar eclipse, the earth is coming in between moon as well as nothing but what? Sun. So since moon do not have its own own light, yes, it is dependent on sun's light. So what will happen till the time sun's light is not coming to the moon, moon will not reflect those light, and when moon will not reflect those light, moon will not be visible to us. There is there. So since earth is coming, this sun rays is not reaching to the moon, and when it is not reaching to the moon, moon is not able to nothing but reflect that light. As a result, this we call it as what? This we call it as a lunar eclipse. So why this is happening? Because you know that the earth is revolving around sun, and the moon is revolving around earth. So when moon comes over here, you'll see nothing but you'll see nothing but it is blocking the suns, and when moon comes over here, earth comes in between nothing but moon and sun, causing nothing but causing the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. So scientifically this is the concept behind solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. So generally solar eclipse will be occurring on which date? Generally on which day it will occur, solar eclipse, and generally on which day you see lunar eclipse generally occur. So for moon to block the sun's radiations, moon has to be what? Moon has to be nothing but fully visible. Full moon need to be there. Then on full moon day or Purnima, generally you will see what? Purnima day, generally you will see what? Solar eclipse is going to occur. And when we say that earth comes in between, moon is not getting what? Moon is not getting the sunlight, moon is not visible to us. So generally this occurs on which day? Amavasya day. This generally occurs on Amavasya, or called as a new moon day. This is referred as nothing but Purnima or full moon day. So generally when you see the solar eclipse, generally when you see nothing but lunar eclipse. So this also you keep in mind. So this generally occurs on a full moon day or Purnima day. This generally occurs on a new moon day or nothing but the Amavasya day, that is there. So when moon is not visible, it is called as Amavasya. When moon is fully visible, it is called as nothing but Purnima. Fine. So we'll start now with concept of developmental indicator. We'll start now with the concept of developmental indicator. So what in the last class we discussed various developmental indicator. What are the developmental indicator we have discussed? Physical quality of life index. We discussed global happiness index. We also discussed the human development index, gender development index, then gender gap index. Then we discussed what? Yes, multi-dimensional poverty index, inequality adjusted HDI. Then you also see gender inequality index. Then we discussed the sustainable development index. We also discussed world happiness index. So those are those are certain things that we have discussed in the last class. Fine. So these are these are nothing but important aspect you have to keep in mind with regard to developmental indicator. So as we discussed, PQLI was coming early. It is called as a physical quality of life index. Physical quality of life index. So what is this physical quality of life index means? What is this physical quality of life index means? As the name indicates here, we have to measure the quality. Quality comes under which indicator? Developmental indicator, that is okay there. So how we are trying to measure a quality? We are trying to measure a quality based on what is your health level criteria or education level criteria. So on that particular basis, okay, we are trying to nothing but we were trying to measure the power, okay, what measure the development. And this index was designed by nothing but okay, what designed by David Morris. David Morris. So Morris, okay, started measuring, okay, health in terms of life expectancy at 1 year. At 1 year, this is okay how he is measuring the health component. Okay, so Morris is trying to measure the health component through life expectancy at 1 year. What is life expectancy means? Life expectancy means average. It deals with nothing but okay, average. On an average, how much you are expected to live? When you are 1 year, on an average, how much you are expected to live? That is called as what? Life expectancy. Okay, that is called as nothing but okay, life expectancy. For example, let's say in a nation there are 5 people. Okay, there are 5 people in a nation. One is dying at 10 years, one is dying at 90 years, one is dying at 60 years, one is dying at 75 years, one is dying at 80 years. Okay, that is okay. Clear? So total how much? 60 plus 10 is 70. 70 plus 90 is what? 160. 240, 240 and 315. This divided by 5. So 5 6 are 30. 5 3 are 50. So on an average, person is expected to live how many years? 63 years. That is called as a life expectancy. Clear? So life expectancy measures what? On an average, how much you are expected to live. That is okay then. That measures nothing but okay, life expectancy. The higher the life expectancy means what? Good health indicator, that is okay there. People are living for more years, okay, that is okay there. The lesser the life expectancy means what? Bad health, okay, means people are living for lesser year, that is okay there. Clear? So that is what David Morris is trying to come up with. What David Morris is trying to come up, okay, indicator to measure either health or indicator to nothing but okay, measure the developmental aspect. Fine. So this is what we call as a physical quality of life index that you have to keep in mind. Okay. So physical quality of life index, okay, trying to measure the quality of life. What is your quality of life? And quality of life depends upon what? It depends upon your health, it depends upon your education. So that's why certain indicators are being developed by David Morris. But now we discuss more refined version has come, okay, in the form of who? In the form of human development index. That's why we are not using what? We are not using nothing but okay, PQLI, that is okay there. So okay, now we are shifting towards which type of index? Human Development Index. So in Human Development Index, how we are measuring, okay, how we are measuring the development of a human? Based on 3 parameters, we are measuring the development of a human. So based on 3 parameters, we are measuring the development of a human. What are the 3 parameters? One is okay, again the health. Second is nothing but okay, education. Yeah. Third is standard of living. So based on these 3 criteria, we are trying to measure what? Measure nothing but okay, the development of humans. Clear? Based on health, based on education, or based on nothing but okay, standard of living. So instead of using life expectancy at 1 means what? When you are 1 year, how much you are supposed to live? That is okay, what? Life expectancy at 1 indicate. Now here we are taking life expectancy at birth. We are taking at birth. Life expectancy at birth. What is life expectancy at birth indicate? At the time of the birth, on an average, how much you are nothing but okay, expected to live. That is called as a life expectancy at birth. Okay, Morris is taking from 1 year, but okay, here we are measuring from the from the birth itself. That is okay there. Why Morris is taking from 1 year? Why Morris is taking from 1 year in PQLI? Because you know that between 0 to 1, many of the child complication when you are born, okay, happens, okay. So once you survive till 1 year, what will happen? Your chances of survival increases, that is okay there. So that's why Morris is taking life expectancy at 1. But here we are taking up nothing but okay, life expectancy at birth also. So we are trying to minimize the delivery related complications that is okay happening. If delivery related complications are minimized, then what will happen? You will see nothing but okay, what? You will see nothing but okay, more okay years you are supposed to live. If you are not okay, it is not minimized, less year you are supposed to live. So here we are measuring life expectancy at birth itself, okay, that is okay there. Clear? Education we are trying to measure in 2 dimension, that is mean year of schooling, and the second is nothing but okay what? Average year of schooling. Mean year of schooling, sorry, expected year, not average year. Expected years of schooling. Expected years of schooling. Fine. So this is okay, 2 dimension we are measuring in terms of education. Clear? Mean year of schooling means what? That how much year you have spent it on an average in a school. Okay, that is called as a mean year of schooling. On an average, how much year you have, okay, what you have spent it in the school, that is called as a mean year of schooling. Let's say any adult is there, adult is okay going to, okay, what, going to study, okay, he has already studied and he has spent certain years in the school, that is okay there. Let's say someone is, okay, class 8, okay, standard pass, someone is class 10th standard pass, someone is class 12th standard pass, some is graduation also, some is masters also. How many years you have spent it in the school on an average, that we are trying to measure. The more year we have, the more better education you have. The less year you have spent means less education you have, that is okay there. So that's why we are trying to measure the average year, that is a mean year of schooling. And the second part says expected year of schooling. What is expected year of schooling means? Okay, expected year means it is with regard to child. Okay, when the child is going to the school, how much expected year he is supposed to be in the school, that is called as the expected year of schooling. For adult we are measuring what? How much year they have spent in school. For child we are measuring how much year they are expected to be in school. Okay, that is okay there. So that is what we are trying to measure with the mean year of schooling as well as nothing but okay, expected years of schooling. And the third is okay, we are measuring what is the standard of living. How we are measuring standard of living? So again we are taking out to the what? Gross national income, GNI per capita we are taking. GNI per capita. Okay, how much national income per capita is available? Based on that we are trying to nothing but okay, what? Trying to measure the standard of living. So these are the 3 indicators we are using to measure what? To measure nothing but okay, the okay, human development. Fine. So last class, remember we discussed national income divided by total population is going to give you what? Per capita income, that is okay there. So how much national income is there? Divided by nothing but okay, total population will give you an average number of okay, income, that is okay there with all individuals. Okay, if more number of income is there, then what will happen? Better okay, standard of living. Less income is there, so less standard of living, that is okay there. Yeah? So this is how we are trying to measure nothing but okay, this is how we are trying to measure nothing but okay, human developmental index, okay, that is okay. Clear? Now the GDI is trying to nothing but okay, measure the same component only. GDI is trying to measure the same component only, health, education and standard of living only. But okay, they are measuring it separately for whom? Male and female. Okay, they are measuring it separately for whom? Separately for nothing but okay, male and female. So male health, male life expectancy at birth. Okay, male mean year of schooling and expected year of schooling, male standard of living, that is okay there. Then you are measuring it separately for female. Female, okay, life expectancy at birth, female expected year of schooling, okay, that is okay there. For example, let's say if okay, what if a society is patriarchal in nature, means what? Male dominated society, that is okay there. If it is a patriarchal in nature, male dominated society. Let's say you are sending your what? You are sending, there are 5 children, we are okay, or 6 children we are taking up, okay, there are 6 children, that is okay there. 3 girls are there, 3 boys are there, okay. Now boys are spending, let's say 15 years in school, 18 years in school, 16 years in school. This is an average boys are spending. Girls are spending okay, 5 years, 4 years, 7 years. Okay, this is an average. Okay, girls have spent it in school, that is okay there. Because patriarchal society, they are not thinking of sending okay, girl children much okay, to the higher education and etc. That is okay there. So here what you see is okay, if you measure 5 plus 4 plus 9, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 7 is how much? 16. 16 divided by 3 is how much? That is around 5.33. Okay, so on an average, girls are spending how much okay, in the school? 5.33 years, okay, that is okay there. On an average, boys are spending how much? So you see 18 plus 16 is what? 34. 34 plus 15 is what? 49. 49 divided by 3 is how much? So okay, more than 16 years. Okay, you can see nothing but okay, girls are spending how many years? 5 years. Boys are spending how many years? 16 years. Big gap is there. Okay, so that is what we are trying to measure in the gender development index. Simultaneously, we are trying to measure okay, girls' education differently, boys' education differently. That is okay there. But if I combine both these things, you see 49 years here and 16 year here. Okay, 49 plus 16 is how much? 49 plus 16 is how much? 65. 65 divided by 6 indicate how much? 11. 11 6 is 66. Okay. So it is indicating all okay what all people, male and female okay child on an average are spending how many years in school? 11 year. But you see okay the girls are not spending okay much of 11 years. Okay, that is okay there. So HDI gives you an average. HDI gives you an average of both male and female. It does not give you differences between male separately and female separately. That's why we are coming with the concept of GDI, Gender Development Index, that how much okay gender okay development is happening of male, how much gender development is happening of female. So same indicator we are using in what? Same indicator also we are using in GDI. Okay, same indicator we are using in GDI. But okay, only thing that you have to keep in mind is what? Only thing that you have to keep in mind is differences okay between male and female are okay taken in case of GDI, that is okay there. Male are measured separately, female are measured separately, that is okay there. Clear? So this is why the concept of gender development index is okay something that were brought in nature. Clear? So as we discussed, who publishes HDI and GDI? Last class we discussed UNDP publishes HDI also. UNDP publishes also what? GDI, that is okay there. But in HDI, you see nothing but okay what? You see ranks are being given. In case of nothing but okay GDI, UNDP do not give a rank, rather places a country in certain groups. Okay, that which have a higher gender development groups, which have nothing but okay lower gender development groups. Okay, that is what UNDP does. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So write down first regarding okay what? First regarding HDI, you mention it. Human Development Index. Human Development Index. It is published annually. It is published in 1990 by Mehboob ul Haq. Published since 1990 by UNDP. By UNDP. Published annually since 1990 by UNDP. Mehboob ul Haq. It is an index. It is an index which is based on. It is an index which is based on three equally weighted component. WEIGHTED, weighted component. Three equally weighted component. Which include point number one. Health. Here, life expectancy at birth is being measured. Okay. Second, you read education. It is measured by mean year of schooling. Mean year of schooling. In bracket you read adult literacy. Mean year of schooling in bracket adult literacy. Bracket close. And expected year of schooling. In bracket you read child literacy. Third, you read standard of living. It is calculated based on gross national income per capita. gross national income per capita at purchasing power parity. At purchasing power parity, gross national income per capita at purchasing power parity. At purchasing power parity. Para change and you write down. Okay. Para change and write down. HDI gives a value between 0 in bracket you write down no development to 1 in bracket you write down maximum development as per latest report in 2025 India's rank is 130 out of 193 countries with a score of 0.685 and the top three countries are Iceland, Norway and Switzerland. Fine. Next we write down Gender Development Index, GDI. Gender Development Index. It measures gender inequalities. Measures gender inequalities in 3 basic dimensions of human development. That is health, education and standard of living. 3 basic dimensions of human development, that is health, education and standard of living. As part of group 5 in the latest report of Gender Development Index as part of group 5 in latest report in Gender Development Index, India is experiencing a low success in closing the gender gaps. Fine. So this is something that you have to keep in mind, that India is indicating low success. We have a more higher male development rate as compared to nothing but female development rate. So this is what indicated through GDI. Fine. Next, you have these 2 indexes as we discussed. Gender gap index and gender inequality index. You have these 2 indexes also. So last class we discussed, the gender gap index is what? It It was okay introduced in 2006, and okay, who publishes it? World Economic Forum. Okay, and Gender Inequality Index was introduced in 2010 by UNDP only. That is okay there. Now in Global Gender Gap Index, what you are finding? You are finding okay certain nothing but okay parameters are being measured, like economic opportunities, educational attainment, education, reproductive health, and okay, what you find is okay labor market and political participation. So this is something that is okay measured in what? Measured in nothing but okay gender gap index. Okay, so we are trying to measure the okay economic opportunities, education, health, okay, including the reproductive health, and okay political participation, that is okay there. Clear? While in gender inequality index, the matrix that we are using is what? The participation in labor market, health and education. So this we are trying to measure in what? This we are trying to measure in a gender inequality index. Okay, parameters okay that we are okay taking up is a different. Okay, parameter that we are taking up is a different. Here we are okay measuring participation in what? Labor market, health, that is okay reproductive health. Here okay we are measuring reproductive health, and education we are trying to measure. And here you are seeing what? Here you are seeing economic opportunities, education, reproductive health, as well as nothing but okay participation. Participation in case of what? In case of political participation. In case of politics, you are okay talking about what? You are talking about this participation. Fine. So these are okay what? These are the important components that you have to keep in mind. Clear? So that's why two different indexes are there, two different measures are there. Clear? Now what you are finding is what? What you are finding is okay India has a different rank in different okay indexes. Here India has 131 rank, and here India has 113 rank. Okay, under the UNDP index India has which rank? 102 rank. Here what rank we have? 131 we have. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So this you keep in mind. Okay, economic okay opportunities, educational, health, political empowerment. Okay, that is okay there. Now, particularly in gender gap index, okay, India is scoring high in this one, political participation, political empowerment. Why India is scoring high in this one? India is scoring high, especially in political participation, political okay indexes. Why India is scoring high in this one? Because okay, we already have what? We have already provided reservation to women where? In panchayat and municipalities. Okay, if you remember, okay, constitutional provision, yeah, 1/3 seats has been reserved for women in panchayat and municipalities. Article 240B of the constitution says okay for panchayat, and similarly okay you have for municipalities also. Also now India has provided reservation also, 1/3 of seats shall be reserved also where? In Lok Sabha also, Legislative Assembly also. This has been under Article 330A and 332. Okay, we are trying to provide reservation of seats to the women also. That's why political participation is high, because okay when you are providing seats reserved for women, women will participate. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So this is the reason why India is scoring well on political participation, but India is not scoring well on what? On other parameters, that is okay there. Economic opportunities, education, reproductive health. India is failing in this one, so that's why okay India's rank is lower. As we discussed, 131 is what India has got in case of what? In case of gender gap index. Okay, that is okay there. While 102 India has got in what? Gender inequality indexes. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So remember, what are the parameters we are using to measure what? To measure gender inequality index. What are the parameters we are using to measure which index? Gender okay gap index. And who is publishing this index? Okay, as we discussed is okay, one is World Economic Forum, another published by the UNDP. Fine. Next, okay, that you have is what? So next that you have is a concept of IHDI, that is inequality adjusted HDI, and you have concept of MPI, that is multi-dimensional poverty index. Okay, so those okay things you have. So first we'll come to IHDI. Okay, inequality adjusted HDI. Okay, that is okay what you have to keep in mind. Okay, so why this inequality adjusted HDI, this index has been launched? What is the reason why this index has been launched? So just now we discussed what HDI does. It what? It measures average. It does not measure the inequality that is existing. Okay, it only measures the average. Okay, let's say there are okay, what? There are nothing but okay four people that are living in a country. Let's say 4 people are living in a country. Now, one is earning 1 lakh. One is earning 1 lakh. Another is earning 5,000. Another is earning what? Another is earning nothing but okay 50,000. Another is earning 2,000. Okay. So on an average, how much is the national income? 4 people are there. How much is the national income now? 1,50,000, 55,000, 57,000. 1,57,000 is a national income that is okay there, divided by nothing but okay 4. So 4 threes are is what? 4 threes are is okay your 12 and okay 3. 4 nines are. So around 39,000 rupees, okay, that you are seeing. Around 40,000 approximately you can take. It is saying that okay, this is a standard of living. This is okay what? GNI per capita, gross national income per capita. We have taken total income divided by population, that is okay there. But you can see there are 2 people who are barely surviving. Okay, with 5,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, they are barely surviving. Okay, that is okay there. So HDI measures what? HDI measures, as we discussed, average score. It does not measure the inequality that is okay persisting. Okay, it might be that one, okay, if he earns 1,50,000, others only add, okay, what, let's say 5,000, 2,000, this earns 3,000. So 1,60,000 you have. This divided by 4 if you do, okay, 40,000, okay, that is okay there. Only one is earning, okay, all the income. So you see, okay, what, you see nothing but, okay, others are not having income itself, okay, that is okay there. Very little income that is okay, others is having. Clear? So that's why on one side you see, we are saying that India is a, okay, what, India, last class we discussed, India is the 4th largest GDP country in the world, okay. But okay, much of the national income is coming from where? From the richer section, from okay the billionaire population that is okay there. We have okay barely okay what 20-25% of population surviving. They are below the poverty line. Okay, they are surviving on the government support. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So what you see is okay. HDI do not measure something but okay what do not measure the inequality that is persisting. It is only measuring the average score. Okay, that is okay there. That's why UNDP also introduced concept of IHDI, okay, that is okay there. Idea is to measure nothing but okay inequality. Idea of IHDI is to measure what? Measure nothing but okay inequality, that you have to keep in mind. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So okay, here what you have to keep in mind, what is the difference between HDI and IHDI? HDI measures which score? Average scores, while it okay adjust it with what? Adjust okay with inequality, that is okay there. Clear? So what you do is okay, make 2 column HDI and IHDI, make 2 column and write down the differences between these two. Write down the differences between these two. So first, okay, write down regarding HDI. It measures average score on health education. It measures average score on health education and standard of living. On health education and standard of living. IHDI you write down. It measures actual achievement. IHDI you write down. It measures actual achievement. Actual achievement after inequality. After inequality. Actual achievement after inequality. Second point to be written. under HDI. Okay. Inequality is not considered in HDI. Inequality is not considered in HDI. Under IHDI you write down. Inequality is considered in IHDI. IHDI. Next we write down under HDI. It will always be higher. It will always be higher or equal to IHDI. It will always be higher or equal to IHDI. Equal to IHDI. Under IHDI you write down. It will be always lower. It will be always lower. It will be always lower than IHDI. Then HDI. Always lower than HDI. Then HDI. Third you write down. The next point. HDI focuses on broad development. HDI focuses on broad development. HDI focuses on broad development. IHDI focuses on inclusive development. IHDI focuses on inclusive development. IHDI focuses on inclusive development. Under HDI you write down. HDI do not show any distribution gap. HDI do not show any distribution gap. Any distribution gap. Under IHDI you write down. It shows distribution gap. It shows distribution gap. Para change and write down. Para change and write down. That's why IHDI is a better indicator. That's why IHDI is a better indicator to measure human development. Better indicator to measure human development. To measure human development. To measure human development as compared to HDI. As compared to HDI. As compared to HDI. Fine. So this is something that you have to keep in mind regarding differences between HDI and IHDI. Fine. Next is your MPI, that is multi-dimensional poverty index. So again MPI, okay, who has introduced it? UNDP has introduced it. When they have introduced it? 2010, okay, that they have introduced it. So normally, okay, you have understood what is poverty. Poverty is what? What is poverty? When you are unable to meet your basic necessity, that is called as what? Poverty. Okay. When you are unable to meet your basic necessity, that is referred as a poverty. What is okay? Your basic necessity? Food, clothing, shelters. Okay. That is your basic necessity. If you are unable to meet that, that is going to be called as a poverty. But here it is saying that poverty is not one dimensional. Rather, poverty is what? Multi-dimensional in nature. Okay. Why poverty is being said as a multi-dimensional in nature? Why poverty is being said as a multi-dimensional in nature? Why it is being said as a multi-dimensional in nature? Because okay, let's say you okay, what you have, okay, you are not able to meet food, clothing and shelter. If government provides you food, clothing and shelter, then will you able to come out of the poverty? What is required is, let's say government provides you a house to live, government provides you food also, government provides you what? clothing also, but you can't sustain this. Okay, every month you need food. Every month government has to provide. Every month, okay, government has to provide nothing but okay what provide nothing but okay the clothing that is okay there. Then only you can survive. Okay, you can't earn. Okay, unless and until you have education, unless until you have nothing but okay what good health. Okay, that is okay there. So what you see is okay, poverty is not only occurring because of what? Because of lack of basic necessity. If you don't have okay what don't have a skills also, if you don't have okay health, okay, if you don't have a good health, good education, then also what will happen? Poverty will arise. So poverty has to be nothing but okay measured in what? Multiple dimension. It should not be measured in one dimension only, that is okay there. Clear? So this is okay the reason why concept of what MPI has been introduced, multi-dimensional poverty index has been introduced. Fine. So here we are measuring three things. Again health, again education, and again standard of living. So we are trying to measure the okay what poverty in these three dimensions. Okay, in the health dimension, in the case of nothing but okay education dimension, and in the case of nothing but okay standard of living, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So for example, health. Why your health becomes bad? What is the reason why your health becomes bad in nature?
No food or low quality.
No food or low quality of food means okay. One component that you have to measure is what? Nutrition. If you are not taking adequate nutrition, then what will happen? You will be nothing but okay what? You will be under the poverty, that is okay there. Your health will not be proper. Okay. If vitamin deficiency is there, then what will happen? If vitamin deficiency is there, what will happen? You will face a problem. Protein deficiency is there, you will face a problem. You are not taking adequate nutrition, adequate food, carbohydrate is not there, energy is not there, then okay, also you will face a problem, that is okay there. So nutrition component is okay, one aspect that you have to measure, that is okay there. So in health what we are measuring is okay what? Is a nutrition. The second that we are measuring is okay, child mortality. Okay, this also we are measuring. Child mortality that we are also measuring in the case of nothing but okay health aspect. Okay. So what is the child mortality means? What the term child mortality means?
Life expectancy.
Life expectancy at birth. Any other thing? Life expectancy at birth, okay, shows how much average you are expected to live. Okay. Now there are different terms you have to keep in mind. One is called as a neonatal, another is called as an infant, another is called as a child. So you have neonatal mortality, you have infant mortality, you have child mortality. Fine. If a child is dying within 28 days of birth, if a child is dying within 28 days of birth, it is going to be called as what? Neonatal mortality. How many child are dying within 28 days? That will indicate neonatal mortality rate. Okay, that is okay there. How many child are dying within 1 year of nothing but okay what? 1 year of their birth. That is going to measure what? Your infant mortality rate. And how many are dying within 5 years of their birth? That is going to measure which mortality rate? Child mortality rate. How many children are dying within 5 years of their birth? That is measuring what? That is measuring nothing but okay your child mortality rate. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So these are the terms okay you keep in mind: neonatal, infant mortality, as well as nothing but okay child mortality. Fine. Fine. So neonatal mortality is 28 days. Infant is what? 1 day, 1 year, and okay, the child is what? 5 years. So here we are taking up which one? For multi-dimensional poverty, we are taking nothing but okay, child mortality. Okay, this we are taking up. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So we are measuring nothing but okay, nutrition. We are measuring nothing but okay, child mortality. Clear? Next is education. How we are measuring education? So again, we are taking mean year of schooling. How many years you have gone to schools? And school attendance. Whether you are attending school, not attending school. What is the level of attendance in the school? That is okay, measuring your education level. Okay, mean year of schooling, otherwise nothing but okay, school attendance. Through this, we are trying to measure nothing but okay, education component. In the case of nothing but okay, multi-dimensional poverty, that is okay there. Clear? Fine. Under standard of living, how we are measuring the standard of living? How we are measuring standard of living? So here you are taking up 6 component. Okay, total of how many component you are taking up? 6 component. Okay, that you are taking up. One is okay, cooking fuel. cooking fuel. Second you are taking up is a sanitation, drinking water, you are taking up nothing but okay what? Housing, electricity and assets. So you are taking nothing but okay all these things: cooking fuel, sanitation, drinking water, housing, electricity, as well as nothing but okay assets. This you are measuring in terms of what? This you are measuring in terms of standard of living, that is okay there. Clear? So normally you see okay in village etc. etc. In village area, what type of okay cooking things you have? What type of cooking things you have? You generally don't have okay what? You generally don't have okay the clean fuel. You generally cook on what? Okay, you generally cook on okay the cow dung okay cow dung material, that is okay there, solidified cow dung material you are using. Wood you are using okay you burn wood and prepare things on the wood, okay, that is okay there. So you don't have a cooking fuel okay properly, that is okay there. Gas cylinder is not available, other things are not available, okay. So that's why you see nothing but okay cooking fuel is okay one okay aspect that we are trying to see whether okay you have access to cooking fuel or not access to cooking fuel. Second is sanitation, okay. You know that if sanitation is proper, your health will become proper. If sanitation is not proper, then what will happen? Health will not be proper, that is okay there. Third is drinking water, whether you have access to drinking water or not. You see, okay, in some areas, in rural areas, okay, especially in Rajasthan, okay, in okay Gujarat, you will see women, okay, goes okay to what 2 kilometer, 5 kilometer away to take okay what to fetch the water and okay what prepare the food and etc. So access to whether drinking water is available or not, that is okay one thing. Next is housing, okay, whether you have access to house or not, okay, that is okay there. Electricity and assets. Assets can be what? Assets can be okay. Let's say okay, you have access to okay refrigerator, or you have access to any vehicle, you have access to any ACs. Okay, that indicate your what? That indicate control over nothing but okay assets. Okay, that is okay there. So in multi-dimensional poverty index, we are taking total of how many indicators? Total of 10 indicators. Okay, so total of how many indicators we are taking up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and these 10 indicators are divided into how many dimensions? 3 dimensions. Okay, that is okay there. And based on that, if you are okay, what if you are getting deprived in any of these, okay, we will declare you as what? We will declare you as a multi-dimensional poor. That is what UNDP indicator is talking about. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So what you have to keep in mind is okay, UNDP has come out with what? UNDP has come out with this indicator in 2010, and okay, as per which we are trying to okay what we are trying to go for which type of index? Multi-dimensional poverty index, and we are trying to measure how many population are above okay what ever multi-dimensional poverty, how many are below multi-dimensional poverty, that is okay what we are measuring, and based on how many indicators? Based on nothing but okay these indicators. Fine. Now remember, in India, who measures multi-dimensional poverty index? In India, measures multi-dimensional poverty index. In India, multi-dimensional poverty index is measured by Nittur IAS. Okay, who is measuring in India this index? Nittur IAS is measuring. Like as we discussed, okay, UNDP is giving data with regard to what? UNDP is giving data with regard to what? With regard to country level. Okay, UNDP is giving you data with regard to which level? Country level, okay, that is okay there. But okay, within okay what within the country you have so many states. When you have so many states, some state can be above multi-dimensional. They will not be having much okay of population under multi-dimensional poverty. There will be many states which have more population in multi-dimensional poverty. So who comes out with the state-related criteria? Nittur IAS comes out with the state-related criteria. Okay, so Nittur IAS measures in India which index? Multi-dimensional poverty index. But remember, Nittur IAS do not take 10 indicators. Okay, we discuss how many indicators UNDP is taking? 10 indicators. Nittur IAS is taking up 12 indicators to measure what? To measure nothing but okay, multi-dimensional poverty. Nittur IAS is taking up how many indicators? Nittur IAS is taking 12 indicators to measure the multi-dimensional poverty, that is okay there. Clear? What are the 2 extra indicators that are Nittur IAS is taking up? Whatever 2 extra indicators, so 10 indicators are these indicators. What are the 2 extra indicators? One is okay, in the health component, okay, they are only not measuring nutrition or child mortality, they are also measuring maternal mortality. How many mothers are dying at the time of birth? At the time of delivery, that is okay, maternal mortality. How many mothers are dying at the time of delivery? That is a maternal mortality. So okay, that is okay, one indicator extra Niti Aayog is adding up, and another extra is being added in the standard of living, that is access to which account? Bank account. Whether you have access to bank account or you don't have access to bank account, that is okay, also being measured. So another indicator that Niti Aayog is taking up is what? Access to bank account, okay, that is okay there. So Niti Aayog is taking up 12 indicators in order to measure which poverty, in order to measure nothing but okay, multi-dimensional poverty, that you have to keep in mind. Fine, any doubt regarding this particular part? So remember, okay, the MPI concept was introduced by UNDP. UNDP is using how many indicators? 10 indicators in 3 dimensions in order to measure what? In order to measure the poverty. But now you are seeing what? Now you are seeing nothing but okay, the 12 indicators being taken by whom? Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog, what extra 2 indicators they are taking? Maternal mortality and access to banking account. These they are taking up and okay, measuring what? Measuring nothing but okay, MPI. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So if you see this, you can see this news, okay? Niti Aayog National Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index shows how many are poor. 14.96% of India's population is under which category? Multi-dimensional poverty category, which has come down from 24.86, okay, that is okay there. So earlier how many people were multi-dimensional poor? 24.86, okay, in 2015-16 this was the, okay, this thing. By okay what? By nothing but okay, 29-21, you see nothing but okay, the ratio has declined, okay, that is okay there. So this is what okay, Niti Aayog is trying to nothing but okay measure. As we discussed, how many indicators are being taken? 12 indicators you have to keep in mind with regard to Niti Aayog. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So remember, health, education, standard of living. UNDP measures at a country level. Okay, Niti Aayog is measuring at a state level. Okay, that is okay there. And Niti Aayog uses 12 indicators in order to measure the okay, the poverty. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So next okay that you have is what? So next you have these two concept of happiness index. So as we discussed earlier, concept of happiness index was proposed by whom? Jigme Singme Monchuk, okay, that we discussed, okay, he has proposed, but now currently we are using which index? World Happiness Index, and we discussed who publishes this index. Okay, who publishes this index? We have discussed. Yeah. Okay, UN's Sustainable Solution Network. Okay, so that they are publishing it. Now, one thing that you have to keep in mind here is, okay, So you can see this is an International Day of Happiness. Okay, that is okay there. When we celebrate International Day of Happiness on which March? 20th March. Every year 20th March we are celebrating what? We are celebrating this one. And why we are celebrating this one? Because UN General Assembly has declared this date as what? Happiness Day. Okay. So as a result we are celebrating. On this 20th March only you see nothing but okay, this report comes out. Which report comes out? World Happiness, okay, Index, okay, that comes out on 20th March only, that is okay there, clear? So this is something that you have to keep in mind with regard to nothing but okay term. So now, okay, since we are approaching March 20, you will see what? You will see new report will come out on March 20, okay? So previous report, 2025 reports will not be valid now because new report is going to be coming out on March 20, that is okay there. So remember that March 20 is going to be, okay, we are celebrating what? International Day of Happiness, okay, that is okay there. Why we are celebrating March 20 as an International Day of Happiness? Because UN General Assembly has declared it as a date to celebrate International Day of nothing but okay, happiness. Fine, any doubt regarding this particular thing? So you have to keep that in mind that on this particular day which index comes out? World Happiness Index comes out. On March 20, okay, which index comes out? World Happiness Index comes out, okay, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So the first you write down regarding Global Happiness Index. GHI you write down, Global Happiness Index. Global Happiness Index or Gross Happiness Index. This is also referred as the GHI, Gross Happiness Index. It was coined by Jigme Signe Wangchuk. It was coined by Jigme Signe Wangchuk in 1972. Jigme Signe Wangchuk in 1972. And it measures Jigme Signe Wangchuk in 1972, and it measures the happiness in 9 major dimensions. It measures the happiness in 9 major dimensions. Measures the happiness in 9 major dimensions. First we write down psychological well-being. Psychological well-being. Psychological well-being. Point number 2. Health. Health. Point number 3. Education. Education. Point number 4. Usage of time. Usage of time. Point number 5. Cultural diversity and resilience. Cultural diversity and resilience. Resilience. Point number 6. Good governance. Good governance. Good governance. Point number 7. Community vitality. Point number 7. Community vitality. Point number 8. Ecological diversity and resilience. Ecological diversity and resilience. And point number 9. And point number 9. The living standard of people. The living standard of people. Living standard of people. Living standard of people. So these are the 9 dimensions that has been proposed by whom? Proposed by Jigme Signe Wangchuk for measuring nothing but okay. What? Measuring nothing but okay. So why this idea was proposed by Jigme Signe Wangchuk? Why this idea of happiness index was proposed? Because we discussed countries like Bhutan, okay, Bhutan is in which, okay, which part of, okay, which mountain is passing? Himalayas are passing. Very fragile ecosystem, okay, you don't see much, okay, much development in terms of what, big industries, big other thing, because, okay, Himalayan ecosystem is something that is okay there. So they will be always lesser in terms of what, they will always be lesser in terms of GDP. Because okay, GDP measures what? How much goods and how much services you are producing. If you have lesser industries, you have more forest, you have okay more of these things, then you will have lesser GDP, that is okay there. Okay? So The Jigme Singham Wanchuk says that okay what no we are happy okay in terms of whatever development we are happy in that particular sense. So ultimately what is the aim of development? The population remains happy, population becomes okay happy is the aim of development that is okay there. So measure of okay what measure of a country's wealth should be measured in terms of what people's happiness, whether people are happy with the existing level of development or not happy with the existing level of development that is okay there. That's why this idea was something that was proposed. So as we discussed, okay, GHI was proposed, but this indicators, okay, we are not taking up right now. These dimensions we are not taking up in the World Happiness Index. Different dimensions are being taken up in the World Happiness Index. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So the idea of happiness originated from okay there, but okay in World Happiness Index we are taking up different indexes, different parameters. That is okay there. Clear? So para change it right now. The World Happiness Index. The World Happiness Index is being published from 2012 by UN's Sustainable Solution Network. Published by UN Sustainable Solution Network. The happiness score is being determined. Based on six indicators. Which are point number one. GDP per capita. Point number two, social support. Point number three, healthy life expectancy. Point number four, freedom. Point number five, generosity. And point number six, perception of corruption. Point number six, perception of corruption. Right? So these are okay 6 areas where you have to keep in mind as okay what we are okay trying to measure the happiness okay that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So as we discussed okay you note down the latest okay index okay which is going to come on which date? March 20th. Whatever okay India's okay rank is coming, you note down that India's rank okay on the World Happiness Index. Fine. Next comes okay concept of what? SDG index. So SDG is what? Sustainable Developmental Goal. So earlier what you are finding is MDG, that is Millennium Development Goal. You are finding this Millennium Development Goal. This goal was there from 2000 to 2015, but this goal was replaced. This goal was replaced by Sustainable Development Goal from 2015 to 2013. Each country is trying to achieve which goal? Sustainable Development Goal that is okay there. Clear? From where this goal has come? This goal has come from nothing but a conference. Okay. This goal has come from conference which is now called as the Rio Plus 20 conference. Why Rio Plus 20 conference? Because in 1992 there was conference that was organized in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. This is environmental related summit. You will study in case of environment this concept of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. That is there. So what you see is there was a conference organized in Rio de Janeiro, that is in Brazil. Now 20 years after, in 2012. Another conference was organized again in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. That's why this conference is referred as the Rio Plus 20. 20 years after what? 20 years after nothing but Rio conference. That's why it is called as the Rio Plus 20 conference. From this conference, you are seeing what is coming out. sustainable development goals are coming out. Okay, so from 2012, and from this conference only what has been formed? From this conference only what has been formed? UN Sustainable Solution Network has been formed. So last class we discussed when UN Sustainable Solution Network has been created. In 2012 it has been created. So from the same conference what is coming out? SDG is coming out. From the same conference what is coming out? UN Sustainable Solution Network is coming out. That has been also created from 2012. Clear? So what you have to keep in mind is what? SDG is what? Sustainable Developmental Goal. It is from when to when? From 2015 to 2030. What you have to keep in mind is, okay, it is talking about which conference? Rio Plus 20. And Rio Plus 20 conference is organized when? In 2012. From there, what is coming out? SDG goals are coming out. And you see nothing but, okay, UN Sustainable Solution Network is coming out. Clear? So this information you keep in mind with regard to Sustainable Development Goal. How the origin of this goal is something that is, okay, happening. Clear? So how many goals are there? Total of 17 goals are there. How many goals are there? Total of 17 goals are there. These goals are very important for your examination also, that you have to keep in mind. Fine? Okay, so write down the first goal. First goal talks about which poverty? Zero poverty, no poverty. Second goal talks about what? Zero hunger. Second goal talks about what? Zero hunger. Third goal talks about good health and well-being. Good health and well-being. Fourth is talking about quality education.
Can you explain this?
No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality. These are the first five goals, okay, that you are finding. Fine. The sixth goal is clean water and sanitation. Clean water and sanitation. Seventh one, affordable and clean energy. Affordable and clean energy. Eighth is decent work and economic growth. Decent work and economic growth. Eighth is decent work and economic growth. Ninth is industry, innovation and infrastructure. Industry, innovation and infrastructure. Industry, innovation and infrastructure. 10th is reduce inequalities. 10th is reduce inequalities. 11th, you write down sustainable cities and communities. Sustainable city and community. Sustainable city and community. 12th, you write down responsible consumption and production. Responsible consumption and production. Responsible consumption and production. 13th, you write down climate actions. 13th, you write down climate actions. 14th, life below water. 14th, life below water. 15th is life on land. Life on land. 16th, you write down peace, justice and strong institution. Peace, justice and strong institutions. Peace, justice and strong institutions. peace, justice and strong institution. Last 17th you read on partnership for the goals. Partnership for the goals. Fine. So these are total of how many goals? 17 goals. You have to keep in mind. This each country is trying to achieve by when? By nothing but 2030. That is there. And remember that this is coming out from which conference? Rio plus 20 conference. That is there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So SDG index trying to measure what? SDG index is trying to measure our progress on whom? Our progress on these goals. It is trying to measure our progress on these goals. How much we are able to achieve. These goals. That is what SDG goal is trying to measure. So SDG goal is trying to measure country's progress. How close is a country to achieve what? To achieve the SDG goal. That is there. This we are trying to measure under which index? Under nothing but SDG index. So under SDG index, what we are trying to do? We are trying to measure how close we are to achieve this particular SDG goal. That is there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So again, this index is being published by whom? We have written who is publishing? UN Sustainable Solution Network only publishes this particular index also, SDG index also. And as we discussed, from when this index is being published? From 2016 onwards. From 2016 onwards, we have listed down in that last class that from 2016 onwards, SDG index is being published. Who is publishing it? Who is publishing it? UN Sustainable Solution Network only publishing it. For the first time since 2016, India has been ranked 99th in this index. So for the first time, India has been brought in top 100. Under which index? Under nothing but SDG India index. So current rank of India is in what? Current rank of India is 99. So just note down. Current rank of India in SDG is how much? Current rank of India in SDG index is 99. That you have to keep in mind. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So remember, for the first time, India has been ranked what? For the first time, India has been ranked in top 100 in this particular index since 2016. Means almost 10 report has been published since that 2016. For the first time, India has been ranked ranked in the case of nothing but 99 in this particular index. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Clear? So again, this report is an annual report, as we discussed. If what generally you are going to get a ranking around May-June month. So if it is coming, just update it. What is the current rank of India going to be there? So this 2025 rank is India is ranked how much? 99. And for the first time, India has been nothing but India has been included in top 100. That you have to keep in mind. Fine. Now along with this, there is a one more index which is being published, which we call as SDG India Index. So SDG Index is published by whom? We discussed who publishes? UN Sustainable Solution Network. What it does? It ranks countries. So SDG India Index, what it is going to do? Ranks state. And we discussed who is going to publish this one? Nittur IAS. Just now we discussed how the Nittur IAS is ranking the state. So who will publish SDG India's index? Nittur IAS is publishing which index? SDG India index. What is the aim of SDG India index? Aim of SDG India index is to rank the state. See which state is which state is doing well in achieving and which state is not doing well in achieving. That is there. Yeah? So as per SDG India index, what you're finding is states are ranked in 4 categories. Fine. So states are ranked in how many categories? 4 categories. They rank under SDG India index. Achiever. Achiever means what? You have already achieved SDG goal. If you are scoring a 100 marks, then you are already achieving this one, that is okay. If you are in if you are in 0 to 50 category, then you are aspirant. If you are from 51 to 65, 51 to 69, then okay, you are in which category? Performer. Beyond that, okay, you are in which category? From 70 onwards, you are in which category? You are in front runner category, that is okay there. So from 70 onwards, you are going to be in front runner category till when? Till nothing but 99. Achiever means already 100, that is okay there. Clear? So this is something that is what you have to keep in mind. States are being ranked in these 4 categories: achiever, performer, aspirant, as well as nothing but front runner, that is there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So currently none of the India state are in this category. The lowest that we have is Bihar, which has a score of 57. Highest that we have is a score of Kerala and Uttarakhand, having score of what? Having score of 79. And India's national average is what? India's national average in this index is 71. So India's national average is how much? 71. Lowest is 51, highest is 79. Overall average is how much? 71. That you have to keep in mind. Who are the first in this rank? Kerala as well as nothing but Uttarakhand. These are the 2 states having the same score of 979. They are the top state. That is there. As we discussed, lowest is who? Which is nothing but Bihar. So currently none is in aspirant category. Currently none is in which category? Achiever category. None is in which category? None is in aspirant category. None is in achiever category. That you have to keep in mind. This is which index? This is nothing but SDG India index. Fine. The last that we have is what? The last that we have is a planetary adjusted SDI. So now we are done with all these index that is there. Now we are left with what? Left with nothing but planetary adjusted HDI, that is there. Why we have brought this concept of planetary adjusted HDI? Why this concept of planetary adjusted HDI is being brought? Why this concept of planetary adjusted HDI is being brought? So as we discussed, in HDI we are trying to measure what? We are trying to measure education, we are trying to measure health, we are trying to measure standard of living. Clear? So as we discussed, how we are measuring standard of living? How we are measuring total income, national income divided by who? Per capita, that is population we are dividing, per capita we are measuring. Clear? More than national income means what? More than national income means what? More will be the standard of living. More will be the standard of living. That is here. How the national income will grow? More the national income. How the national income grows?
More production.
More production. That is goods and services. More goods and services you will produce. More will be GDP. More will be GDP means more will be national income. More national income means what? More nothing but standard of living. Last class we discussed GDP do not measure what? Impact on who? Environment, and that's why we discussed we are bringing concept of which type of GDP? Green GDP, which is deducting how much loss that is happening to the environment from the GDP. So what you see is whenever we are producing any goods and services, we are putting a certain pressure on who? Certain pressure on environment. So that's why this planetary pressure adjusted SDI is trying to measure this particular pressure. This is trying to measure this particular pressure, that whenever each country, how much each country is putting a pressure on the earth resources, how much each country is putting pressure on what? Planet earth, that is there. That's why it is called as what? Planetary adjusted HDI, that is there, or planetary pressure adjusted HDI, that is there. Clear? So if India is producing a certain amount of goods and services, India is putting a certain pressure on Pressure on nothing but okay earth by destroying what? Destroying the forest, by okay exploiting water, by exploiting minerals. They are putting certain pressure on the earth. So how much each country is putting that particular pressure, that is called as what? That is called as a planetary pressure adjusted HDI. Okay. Now the idea was mooted because currently we are facing air pollution, other pollution. You are hearing about that. In case of what? In case of nothing but okay COVID period when everything was under the lockdown, then what had happened? Everything was under the lockdown. What had happened? Suddenly you saw air became clean. Suddenly you saw okay the areas where animals were not visiting or where birds were not visiting, they started visiting those particular area that is okay there. So what will happen is okay our development is putting a cost on nothing but okay environment okay that is okay there, and that's why okay the idea that how much pressure we are putting onto the planet okay that concept came into picture. So COVID-19 you saw nothing but okay COVID came in 2019 that is okay there. Suddenly you saw nothing but okay this one okay this okay cleaning of environment, other thing of environment due to lockdown that is okay there. That's why idea of this index was mooted, that we also have to see how much okay what how much development or how much our standard of living is affecting the environment that is okay there, and that's what okay concept is called as a planetary adjusted HDI that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So write down points regarding this one. The planetary pressure adjusted HDI. Planetary pressure adjusted HDI concept was introduced by UNDP. Concept was introduced by UNDP. Concept was introduced by UNDP in order to find the pressure exerted by in order to find the pressure exerted by each country on this planet Earth. It measures developmental progress. While accounting for environmental impact. Environmental impact. It was introduced by UNDP. And the purpose is to highlight the human risk on the planet and measure through carbon dioxide emission per person. Measures through carbon dioxide emission per person and material footprint per capita. Carbon dioxide emission per person and material footprint per capita. It measures consumption of raw material. Fuel, metals, etc. Fine. So these are the important aspects you have to keep in mind with regard to what? Okay, the planetary adjusted HDI. So this is all about okay your which indicator? Developmental indicator. Okay. So remember the growth indicator, GDP, GNP, NDP, NNP. We have also discussed per capita you can measure. You can also measure disposable income, personal income, transfer payment, those terms we have discussed. Apart from that, you can also calculate HDI, ISTI, planetary pressure adjusted HDI, GDI, GII, gender gap index, multi-dimensional poverty index. You can also measure what? You can also measure world happiness index and SDG index. In India, two type of things are being produced. One is multi-dimensional poverty index is coming out by whom? Nittur IAS. Nittur IAS is taking how many indicator? 12 indicator, 2 extra indicator they are taking up. Bank account and maternal mortality, those two indicators they are taking up. And in case of in case of the SDG, they are publishing SDG India index, and as per this index, which state is ranked higher. We discuss Kerala and Uttarakhand, and lowest that we have is a Bihar, that you have to keep in mind in this particular index. Fine, clean it out. Have a break and then we'll move on to the next one.
This will be done in this round.
Yeah. So the next term that we have is okay, COR, that is capital output ratio. As the name indicate, what it says, how much capital is required to produce a certain unit of output. That is okay, indicating your what? That is indicating your COR, that is capital output ratio. Clear? So how much capital is required in order to what? In order to nothing but okay, produce a certain output, that is called as what? That is called as a COR, capital output ratio. Clear? Now, so total capital stock, as we discussed, what is capital? Last class we discussed fixed capital, working capital. Okay, so total capital stock, how much capital is required to produce an output, that indicates your what? That indicates your nothing but okay, COR, that is capital output ratio. Fine. Now there is also a term called incremental capital output ratio. As the name indicates, incremental capital output ratio means, incremental means what? How much extra, increase. Incremental means increase. So how much capital you should increase, okay, to increase your output. That is called as nothing but okay, what? That is called as nothing but okay, ICOR, or incremental capital output ratio. How much capital extra you have to increase, okay, in order to nothing but okay, what? In order to increase your output, that is called as a incremental capital output ratio. That is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So capital output ratio is total capital, that is okay there, divided by what? Divided by nothing but okay, the total output, and ICOR trying to measure how much extra capital, divided by nothing but okay, what? Divided by nothing but okay, total okay capital that you are. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Fine. So here ICOR, how we are measuring? ICOR, how we are measuring? So we discussed how much extra capital you are measuring through net investment rate. You are measuring that through net investment rate, divided by nothing but okay, net GDP growth. Because output, generally you measure output not goods and services. You are measuring goods and services in terms of what? In terms of nothing but okay, GDP. So that is how we are trying to measure ICOR. Okay, incremental capital output ratio. GDP growth rate, net GDP growth rate, that you are trying to measure. Fine. So to understand this, okay, take an example. Take an example. Let's say you have 5 lakh rupees. You have 5 lakh rupees. This much capital you have. And with this 5 lakh rupees, how much okay unit of goods you are producing? Let's say 1000 unit of goods you are producing. With the 5 lakh rupees, how much unit of goods you are producing? 1000 rupees okay goods you are producing. Clear? So what is COR? COR is your okay total capital stock 5 lakh divided by what? Total nothing but okay output that you have. Cancel this, okay. You will arrive at what? 500. What is COR? COR is nothing but okay 500. Okay, that is what okay you are getting. Now what ICOR is measuring? ICOR is measuring in incremental capital. Let's say in this 5 lakh, I am adding 1 lakh extra incremental capital. How much is the incremental capital? 1 lakh is the incremental capital. Extra capital I am okay adding up. With this extra capital, earlier I was producing how much unit? 1000 unit. Now with extra capital, okay, I am able to produce what? I am able to produce 100 unit more. Okay, so total I am able to produce now how much is what? 111. Okay, 1100 unit I am able to produce. That is okay. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So with 6 lakh, okay, that is net investment rate. How much is the net investment rate? Okay, we have 6 lakh. Okay, that is okay there. How much is the production we have? This much unit of nothing but okay production that we have. So okay, this is coming around 6000 divided by 11. So 11 5s are 55. Okay, 11 4s are. Then you see somewhere around 545. ICOR is coming around 545. That is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So this is something that how we are calculating incremental capital. With how much increase in capital? With how much increase in capital, how much extra unit of production is there, that is going to indicate your what? Indicate your nothing but okay incremental capital output ratio. That is okay. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Now, which one is good? Higher ICOR is good or lower ICOR is good? Higher ICOR is good or lower ICOR is good? Lower ICOR is good. Why? Higher ICOR indicate what? Indicate that we are adding more amount of capital, but output is not increasing. Okay. Lower ICOR indicate what? That with less capital, your output is what? Increasing more. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Because at the top, what we are taking? We are taking capital. No, at the top we are taking capital. So higher the capital means what? Less okay production. We more capital we have, less production we have. That's when we have ICOR higher. Clear?
But how much it increased, that much the productivity also is increased, no?
Huh?
How much the investment has increased? The same
Not
ratio,
necessarily. See, I am putting 1 lakh. Okay, with 1 lakh I am putting. It might lead to increase in 100 unit also. With 1 lakh, it is able to increase 1000 unit also. Okay, so I am putting 1 lakh. If this resource 1 lakh is not utilized properly, I am only producing 100 unit. If this 1 lakh is utilized properly, I am able to produce what? 1000 unit. Okay, so 1 lakh divided by 1000 and 1 lakh divided by 100. In which case you see, okay, here you get higher ICOR, here you get what? Lower ICOR. Okay, lower ICOR is good, no, because you are producing more amount of what? Product. Okay, higher ICOR is bad because you are producing nothing but okay lesser amount of product, that is okay there. Clear? So that's why which ICOR is good? Lower ICOR is good. Lower ICOR indicate that okay with little amount of capital you are able to increase what? More production, that is okay there. Higher ICOR indicate what? With more amount of okay capital, okay, you are able to increase only little amount of production, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So that's why okay what you see is okay lower ICOR is good, okay, that is okay there. Clear? So if in examination you are getting okay this type of question, remember that higher ICOR is not good for economy. Okay, higher ICOR is not good for economy. Rather lower ICOR is okay good for economy, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So just okay add one line for ICOR. The incremental capital output ratio. The incremental capital output ratio measures the additional capital or investment required to produce 1 unit of additional output. Additional capital or investment is required to produce one unit of additional output. 1 unit of additional output. 1 unit of additional output. 1 unit of additional output. A lower ICOR is desirable and good for economy. A lower ICOR is desirable and good for economy. Indicating higher capital efficiency. While higher ICOR is bad for the economy. Indicating inefficiency. So we discussed lower ICOR is what? Good for the economy. Higher ICOR is what? Bad for the economy, that is okay there. Clear? So COR is what? COR is how you are measuring? Measuring total capital stock divided by total output, that is okay there. What is ICOR? How much extra capital required to produce extra output, that is okay there. Okay, with little capital if you are producing more output, then it is a lower ICOR. With more capital you are producing less output, then you are okay getting higher ICOR, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So this is something that you have to keep in mind with regard to the capital output ratio. Next we are moving to the topic of poverty. Okay, so So next topic that you have, so we are done with economic growth, economic development, okay, so what is economic growth and economic development? Now we are moving towards concept of poverty, that is okay. What is poverty? Just now we discussed, okay, poverty is what? Okay, when you are unable to meet your basic necessity, that is called as a poverty. And it is the term multi-dimensional poverty. That poverty is not measured in what? In single unit, it is measured in multiple dimensions, okay, that is okay there. It is measured in multiple dimensions. What is the reason for poverty? Why India is under the poverty? Why do you see, okay, concept of poverty in India?
Lacking nutrition for
Lack in nutrition, okay, any other thing?
population.
Higher population, fine, any other thing?
Accumulation of
Accumulation of wealth, concentration of wealth, okay, any other thing?
Education on population.
Education not proper, then any other reason that you are finding?
government support.
Government support is less.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Any other thing? Now, the one major reason that you see is a historical factor. India has been under the whose rule? British rule, and drain of wealth has happened. British has taken wealth from where to where? India to nothing but okay, UK. So drain of wealth is one of the reasons for nothing but okay. India has been born into poverty. Okay, when India became independent, India was under the poverty, huge poverty. Okay, in fact, okay, you see only around 9 to 10% of people were ever poverty, rest were under the poverty because of nothing but okay, British's policy. So historical factors has been there. Over a period of time, development has happened. People has come out of the poverty, but still poverty is prevailing. That is okay there. So one major reason is a historical factor that is okay there. Second thing, majority of Indians still are dependent on agriculture. Okay, so 50-55% of Indian population is still depending on agriculture. And what you see is okay, in India agriculture is not very productive. Okay, why it is not very productive? Why agriculture is not very productive? First of all, it is monsoon dependent, fluctuation in monsoon. Okay, destroys the crop, sometimes good crops, sometimes okay, very good crops, sometimes very bad crop due to drought, due to flood, okay, different situations are there. So what you see is okay, India, much of the population depends on agriculture. Agriculture do not produce okay, constant income, that is okay there. Fluctuating income is there because of nothing but okay, the monsoon dependency that is okay there. So that is okay, another major problem that is okay, what you are finding. Clear? Third thing, you see lesser industries, industrial development. India's growth, if you remember, we described India growth as which type of growth? Jobless growth. We have directly switched from agriculture to the service sector. In between, we have not developed much of which sector? Manufacturing sector. Now, service sector is which type? Service sector is knowledge oriented. So only who has the knowledge can move from where to where? From agriculture to nothing but okay, service, okay, that is okay there. Because we discussed service sector is which type of knowledge, okay, it is a knowledge oriented sector that is okay there. You need to have banking knowledge, you need to have okay, what insurance knowledge, you need to have nothing but okay, what, okay, tourism knowledge, okay, or hotel, restaurants, okay, when you are okay, providing services, okay, so it is a knowledge oriented, okay, that is okay there. So who can move from agriculture to service? Only those who have the knowledge can move. But what about other people? If manufacturing sectors are there, they can be absorbed over here. But okay, since India does not have much of manufacturing sector, okay, what you see is okay, more people are what? More people are not able to move to agriculture to nothing but okay, services. And okay, there is okay, what? There is a problem in this. That's why Indian growth story is called as jobless growth. Jobs are not generating, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So this is okay, another major problem that you are finding with regard to which one? With regard to nothing but okay, India's sector, that is okay there. Clear? Then you will also see nothing but okay, what you will also see okay, other factors are also there. Clear? India has constantly faced a war situation. Okay, like we are surrounded by whom? China and Pakistan. Okay, that is okay there. We have faced war with okay, Pakistan in 1947, 1965, 71, 1999. Again, Operation Sindhu. You saw war-like situation in Operation Sindhu. With China in 1962, border clashes in 2017. Okay, in 2020 in Galwan, you saw nothing but okay, clashes have happened. So when so much okay, so much turbulence is going to be there, then what will happen? Then okay, you have to divert resources towards which type of expenditure? Defense expenditure. You have to make your defense expenditure more strong. So government has diverted expenditure towards where? towards nothing but okay defense expenditure, so that okay less amount is available for whom? Less amount is available for dealing with poverty related needs, okay, that is okay clear. So India is okay facing nothing but okay, because India is surrounded by hostile countries, India has to spend more amount okay towards where, towards nothing but okay defense expenditure, that is okay there, and that leads to lesser resource being available for whom? Being available for nothing but okay poverty related scheme, mitigation of poverty, that is okay there clear. So that is okay where India is okay also lacking, okay, that is okay there clear. So this is okay another major problem India is facing with regard to nothing but okay poverty related issues, that is okay there fine. Another thing okay that you are finding, another reason what you are finding is okay what defective policies, okay, we have also made okay which type of okay thing, lot of schemes we have made, government has made lot of schemes, lot of poverty related schemes have been made, but okay these has not been fully implemented okay on the ground. Why either loopholes is there in the policy design itself, corruption is there, okay, other things are there, so money that is okay meant for poor is not reaching to whom? Not reaching to the poor. So defective policies, okay, defective implementation is also causing a problem in what? Problem in a mitigation of whom? Poverty, that is okay there. So all of these factors are contributing towards whom? Contributing towards something but okay poverty in case of India, that is okay there. So though okay we have been able to minimize poverty, we are not able to eliminate the poverty, that is okay there, because of all these factors that you have to keep in mind. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So if question comes okay what is okay the reason for poverty, you write this okay historical factor, agriculture dependency, okay fluctuating income, jobless growth, okay defective policy, defective implementation, you see nothing but okay what, you see nothing but okay surrounded by hostile countries, okay. So those things okay you write okay in the case of examination why India is still facing nothing but okay poverty problem, that is okay there. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Okay, so as we discussed okay poverty has to be measured in various dimensions. What are the dimensions you are going to choose? Okay, health, education, that is what multi-dimensional UNDP is measuring. Okay, so how we are trying to okay measure okay different dimensions of poverty. So one thing that you see is okay as we discussed poverty is which type? Unable to meet your which necessity? Basic necessity. So basic need component. In poverty, one of the component that you have is okay, which component? Basic need component. Second is what? Resource component. Resource component. Third is nothing but okay, economic component. Economic component. Okay, fourth is which component? Socio-cultural component. Socio-cultural component. So these are okay what? These are nothing but okay different type of nothing but okay what? Different type of component that you need to measure. Fine. Fine. What comes under okay basic need component? Food, clothing and shelters. Okay, what comes under basic need component? Food, clothing, shelters. What comes under resource component? Health and education. Health and education. What comes under economic component? What comes under economic component? Your occupation, jobs. Okay, income, assets. Okay, these are okay what? These are nothing but okay coming under which component? Economic component, that is okay there. What is socio-cultural component? Let's say power and politics. First is okay, second is demographic features. Let's say caste. Okay, all these factors comes under which component? Socio-cultural component, okay, that is okay there. So you are trying to measure poverty in what? Poverty in nothing but okay, these major dimensions, okay, that is okay there. Clear? Fine. So what is caste component? What is caste component? You know that caste not only decides your what? Okay, caste okay criteria. How it has developed caste, anyone? History you have studied? Okay, so tell me about the caste. How it has developed?
Working conditions of people, sir.
Working conditions of people.
Based on the Vedas.
Based on the Vedas. Vedas talks about caste system. Vedas talks about caste system, or Vedas talks about caste system. In Vedic society, you have concept of Varna system. Like Indus Valley civilization. After that, you have studied about what? Vedic society. So Vedic society, you had concept of Varna system. What is Varna system? Is that you had certain occupation. Society were divided on the division of labor. There was division of labor, and each person has to practice certain things. Like priestly activity, teaching activity, defense activities, trading activities, manual labor activities. That is there. But later on, these Varna system developed, became rigid, and you saw the development of caste. So what is Varna? Varna, there is a difference between Varna and caste. What is difference between Varna and caste? In Varna system, let's say I am practicing teaching activities. My son can take up training activities, manual activities, what we want for, that is there. There is no as such path that is there. Clear? But in case of in case of caste system, Brahmins has to take which type of activities? Teaching and priestly activities only. Vaishyas has to take up which type of activities? They have to take up trading and the manual activities, that is there. Shudras has to take up which type of activities? Agriculture, laborers, or cleaning activities, other activities, that is there. So what you see is in caste system, caste is not only deciding your what? It is not only deciding your status in the society, what is your social status, whether you are in higher caste, lower caste, it is not only deciding your social status, it is also deciding your economic occupation, how you are going to earn money. That is also decided by who? Caste only. Brahmins has to do what teaching activities or priestly activities, and Kshatriyas has to fight for country, fight for different defense activities, that is there. So it also deciding your economic occupation. So wherever caste system is going to be rigid, what will happen? Wherever caste system is going to be rigid, what will happen? Inequalities will be more, and we'll see people under the poverty, that is there. Wherever the caste system will be minimized, then what will happen? You'll see nothing but this poverty will also be minimized. So that's why socio-cultural component also will have to be in mind. Power in politics. If you are able to influence government policy, then what will happen? If you are able to influence government policy, then what will happen? You can ensure that the government makes policy in your favor. But if you are not in a position to voice your grievances and government is not able to hear your voice, then what will happen? Policy will not be made in your favor, that is there. So power in politics only is whether you are able to influence government policy. If you are able to influence, what will happen? Things will be made in your favor. If you are not able to influence, then things will not be made in your favor, that is there. So power in politics also plays a very crucial role, that is there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So these are these are the components that we are using in order to measure the poverty. So poverty is not measured in single dimensions. Poverty is measured in multiple dimensions. Multiple reasons are there for the poverty. Lack of basic need component. Remember that economic component, resource component, as well as nothing but socio-cultural component. That is there. All these are contributing towards nothing but poverty. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular part? Now, there is a term which is called as what? Which is called as a poverty trap. What does the term indicate? Poverty trap. What does term indicate? Poverty trap. Trap means what? You are not able to come out. Something, if a trap means, you are not able to come out, that is there. So poverty trap means what? You are not able to come out of poverty, that is there. You have been trapped by poverty, you are not able to come out by the poverty, that is called as a poverty trap. Fine, any doubt regarding this particular thing? So what is, why you are not able to come out of the poverty? Why you are not able to come out of the poverty? Because as we discussed, if you have, if you have low income, poverty means what will happen? Poverty means what will happen? You will have what? You will have nothing but low income, money is not there. If you don't have money, whether you go for more spending on health and education or less spending on health and education? Less spending on health and education. So if less spending, whether you will have more skill or less skill? Less skill. Less skill means you have more chances to earn money or less chances to earn money? So you are trapped in what? You are trapped in nothing but poverty, that is there. So low income means what? Low income means low level of health and education. When there is a low level of health and education, what will happen? Low human capital formation and skill development This will lead to what? This will lead to low productivity and low efficiency. This will lead to what? Low income. So you are trapped in this situation that is only there. Fine. On the other side, if you have a low income, what will happen? You have low saving. You can't save much money if you have low income. Low saving means what will happen? You will also have low investment. Okay, low income means low saving. Low saving means what? Low investment. Okay, that is okay there. If low investment you are doing, okay, then what will happen? There will be low economic growth. And low economic growth means what? Low income. That is okay there. So this is okay dealing with which side? This is dealing with the development side. This is dealing with which side? This is dealing with the growth side. So as we discussed, quantitative you are measuring here, quality you are measuring over here. Okay. So with this particular situation, you are entering into which type of trap? Poverty trap. What is this situation? Poverty trap. Okay. So if you are under the poverty means what? Low income. Low income means what? You can't have much money to save. Low saving means what? Low investment. Low investment means what? Low income, low economic growth. Okay, that is okay there. Okay, that is what you are finding over here. Here what is happening? Low level of health and education, low human capital formation, low productivity, low income. So again, what is there? You see nothing but the problem of poverty trap. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So clear the term. What is poverty? In which dimension? What is the reason for poverty in India? Third thing, we discuss is what? Concept of poverty. How we measure poverty in different dimensions. So you have to remember which dimension: basic need component, economic component, socio-cultural component, and resource component. Then remember the term poverty trap. Trap means what? Once you are in this, you will be trapped. That is there. So poverty trap. Fine. So these are what? These are the important aspects that you have to keep in mind. Fine. Now, next is types of poverty. How do we are seeing types of poverty? So these are okay different types of poverty that you are finding. Okay, so you are finding okay rural urban poverty, absolute and relative poverty, primary and secondary poverty, chronic and extreme poverty. You're also seeing okay what? We're also seeing nothing but okay the concept of situational poverty and generational poverty. Fine. So first type of poverty is okay, rural and urban poverty. As the name indicates, the poverty that exists in rural areas is going to be called as what? Rural. The poverty that exists in urban areas is going to be urban. Why rural poverty exists?
Due to dependency of seasonal agriculture.
Okay, fine. Any other reason? Any other reason? Why do you see rural and urban poverty existing? See, there are different reasons why rural poverty is existing, why there is a urban poverty that is existing. In rural poverty, you have large family size. Okay, you have large family size. More people are there, dependent on some earners. Okay, and as a result, okay, what will happen? You'll see nothing but okay, poverty is something that is okay existing. Large family size is okay one thing that you are finding in the rural area. Secondly, there will be what? There will be nothing but okay, low yield from where? Low income from where? Agriculture. Low income is coming from where? Agriculture. Just now we discussed agriculture is which dependent? Monsoon dependent. And okay, what you see is okay, low income is coming from nothing but okay, agriculture. So that is okay, another thing. So large family size is there. Secondly is what? Secondly is nothing but okay, low income that is coming from agriculture. That is okay, another problem. The third region, okay, that you see is okay, what? There is no access of which facilities? Banking facilities and etc. are less. People are more dependent on loan from whom? Loan from money lenders, other lenders, and as a result they charge high interest rate. People comes under what? Debt. Okay, when people comes under debt, okay, what will happen? Poverty is going to nothing but okay exist for a long period of time. That is okay there. You see caste and gender operation. Just now we discussed okay there where caste and gender operation are more rigid in the rural areas. In urban areas, okay, you see nothing but okay more okay liberal things are there. Okay, that is okay there. Gender, okay, what you can still go and out and work. In rural areas, okay, parda system. Okay, you see nothing but okay still okay what still okay those type of operation are existing. So caste and gender operation which is okay affecting nothing but okay what affecting nothing but okay poverty. So this type of okay things are causing poverty in which area? Rural areas. In urban areas, what is the problem? In urban areas, you are getting low wages. Low wages. You see unemployment is high. Unemployment is high. Okay, less okay what? Less support of government. Government provide more support to whom? Rural people. Less support of government. This causes which type of poverty? Urban poverty. Okay, this causes which type of poverty? Urban poverty. So low wages, unemployment, okay, high existing, then you see nothing but okay, less support of government, that is okay there. So these are causing nothing but okay, poverty where? Poverty in the case of nothing but okay, urban areas. So causes of poverty that is okay occurring in rural areas is different, and which is occurring in urban areas is what? Different, okay, that is okay there. So that's why okay, what you see is okay, one type of poverty differentiation is rural poverty versus urban poverty, that is okay there. Clear? Second is absolute versus relative poverty. As the name indicates, absolute means what? Absolute means your income is low and you are not able to meet your basic necessity. Okay? When your income is low and you are not able to meet your basic necessity, that type of poverty is going to be called as which poverty? Absolute poverty, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So absolute poverty indicate what? Absolute poverty indicate that your income is low. When your income is low, what will happen? You are not able to meet which type of necessity? Basic necessity, that is okay there. Clear? So I'm earning okay, if I'm earning okay, let's say 100 rupees daily, in a month 3000 rupees. Okay, if in a month 3000 rupees, I'm not able to meet my basic necessity, that is okay there. So that type of poverty is called as a absolute poverty, that is okay there. Relative means what? Relative means what? You are taking a reference, you are trying to compare. Okay, you are taking a reference, you are trying to compare. So you are comparing one with other then you are saying that okay, he is relative poor than okay other person, or he is relatively rich than the other person, that is okay there. So relative poverty means what? You are trying to nothing but okay compare things, okay, that is okay there. And when you are trying to compare, then okay, what will happen is okay, what? Then we are okay seeing that okay whether you are poor or not poor, okay, that is okay there. Here, for example, in this situation, okay, when we were discussing about so in this situation, when we were discussing about okay the situation, we discussed okay the, let's say one person is earning 1,50,000, sorry 1 lakh, another person is earning 50,000, which is another person is earning 40,000, another person is earning 5,000, okay, let's say 30,000, another 30,000, another is okay earning 5,000. Total is how much? 1,85,000. 1,85,000 divided by 4. How much you are going to get? 4 4s are 16, 25, 4 6 are 24, 10, 4 5s are 20, or 4 2s are 8, 4 5s are 20. So 46,250. Okay, this is what okay you are getting as a national income, as an average income, that is okay there. Now, who is earning 46,000? If someone is earning 30,000, he may not be really poor. He may not be poor. He may meet your basic necessity, no. But as compared to national average, because national income is how much? Each person should have 46,000. He is earning 30,000. So he is okay. What? He is relatively poor than the other okay population of the country, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So you are taking a reference line. From reference line, you are measuring whether you are okay above poverty or below poverty, that is okay there. So relatively poor, you are checking okay, that is okay there. Clear? With 30,000, he may meet his food necessity, clothing necessity, basic necessity, but he is poor as compared to what? As compared to other person who are earning nothing but okay higher income, okay, that is okay there. Clear? So that is what we call as the concept of relative poverty, that is okay there. Relative poverty means we are taking a reference, we are taking a certain base, comparing okay whether the person is poor than the other person or not poor than the other person, that is okay there. Chances is that okay you may be able to meet your basic necessity in relative poverty, chances that you may not be able to meet your basic necessity also, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt? So that is what we call as the concept of relative poverty. Clear? So absolute poverty, relative poverty difference, okay, clear? Absolute means what? Your income is low and you are not able to meet your basic necessities. Relative means what? We are trying to compare and see whether okay person is okay what? Okay, richer or person is poor, okay, as compared to nothing but okay the national average. Then okay, primary and secondary poverty. This type of poverty, primary poverty says what? Primary says that your income is so low, that you are not able to meet your basic necessity. Your income is so low that you are not able to meet your basic necessity, even if you are spending money wisely. Even if you are spending money wisely, okay, then also you are not able to meet your basic necessity. Even if you are spending money wisely, then also you are not able to meet your basic necessity. Then it is going to be called as which type of poverty? Primary poverty. Primary poverty means your income is so low that okay, what will happen is okay, you are not able to meet your which type of basic necessity, even if you are spending money wisely. Fine. Secondary poverty, what it says? Secondary poverty says that you have sufficient income. You have sufficient income, but still you are not able to meet your what? Basic necessity. Still you are not able to meet your basic necessity. Why? Because you are not spending money what? You are not spending money wisely. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So you have sufficient income, yet you are not able to meet your what? Basic necessity. Why you are not able to meet your basic necessity? Because you are not spending money wisely, that is okay there. Okay, so let's say if I earn okay what, if I earn 50,000 a month, okay, that is okay there, and out of 50,000 45,000 I spend on drinking, okay, then what will happen? With 5,000 I may not meet my basic necessity. So I am okay what I am spending okay money not wisely, that is okay there, and that is the reason I am not okay able to meet my basic necessity, that is okay there. So in primary poverty your income is so low that you are not able to meet your basic necessity even if you are spending money in a careful manner, wise manner, that is okay there. But in secondary poverty you have sufficient income but yet you are under the poverty. Why you are under the poverty? Because you are not spending money properly, not utilizing the money properly. That type of poverty is called as what? Secondary poverty, that is okay there. Next is chronic and extreme poverty. So chronic means what? Long term. When poverty exists for nothing but a long term period, then it is going to be called as which type of poverty? Chronic poverty. Let's say you are under the poverty for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, long term poverty is existing, then it is called as nothing but which type of poverty? Chronic poverty. And the term extreme poverty has been defined by whom? Defined by nothing but World Bank. Okay, it has been defined by the World Bank. It's that any person living that less than $3 per day, any person living less than this rupee per day is going to be under which poverty? Is going to be under the extreme poverty. Any person having less than $3 per day is going to be under which poverty? Under the extreme poverty, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So this is okay concept of chronic poverty and extreme poverty. Chronic means what? Long term poverty. Extreme means what? Any person earning $3 per day, that is okay going to be called extreme poverty. Next is situational and generational poverty, that is okay there. Okay, situational poverty is what? As the name indicates, for a specific situation. Let's say, okay, what will happen? Flood comes and your house got destroyed. Okay, or earthquake comes, your house got destroyed. Then what will happen?
Sir, what is chronic?
Chronic is long term. Poverty existing for. So situational is okay. What situational is, as the name indicates, we discussed. Okay, it is for a particular situation. So earthquake has come. Okay, my house has been destroyed. So what will happen? I am okay not able to meet my basic necessity. Shelter need is not met. So that is okay. Which type of poverty? Situational. If I have okay what? If I have let's say savings. If I have let's say knowledge, I can again earn. I can again rebuild houses. Okay, that is okay there. Or if I have savings, I can again rebuild my houses. Okay, so that type of poverty is going to be called as which type of poverty? Situational poverty. Let's say any health related problem comes. Okay, you have to sell your land. Okay, in order to save life of person, you have to whatever assets you have sold that assets, save the life of a person, that is okay there. So that type of poverty is going to be called as which poverty? Because no assets is now under your control, you will be under the poverty, that is okay there. So okay, that type of poverty is going to be called as what? Situational poverty, that is okay there. Generational, as the name indicates what? Okay, coming from one generation to another generation. Father was also poor, this generation is also poor, next generation is also going to be poor. So if okay, that is okay there, then it is going to be called as which type of poverty? Generational poverty, that is okay there. Okay, this is going to be which kind of poverty? Generational poverty, that is okay there. Clear? So rural urban poverty, absolute relative poverty, primary and secondary poverty, chronic and extreme poverty, situational and generational poverty. These are the different kind of poverty that you have to keep in mind. Fine? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So remember concept of what? Concept of poverty. Then secondly we discuss is what? Secondly that we discuss is different component of poverty. What are the different component of poverty? What are different component? Basic need, resource, economic and socio-cultural. That is okay, different components you have to keep in mind. Remember the concept of poverty trap. What is a poverty trap? If you are in this situation, you are not able to come out. Okay, you require help of a government or others to come out of nothing but this trap. Okay, that is called as nothing but poverty trap. Then types of poverty. Types of poverty is what? Rural and urban poverty. Yes. So now we are coming to several other terms related to nothing but poverty. Okay, we are coming to several other terms related to poverty. Now what are the several other terms? The one concept is concept of poverty line. Poverty line. Poverty gap ratio. Poverty line, poverty gap ratio, poverty headcount ratio, that is okay there. And then you have okay what? You also have nothing but okay poverty baskets. Okay, these are the different terms okay that you are finding. Poverty line, okay, poverty okay, gap ratio, poverty headcount ratio, poverty basket okay, that is okay there. Clear? So first is poverty line. What is poverty line? As the name indicates, yes, okay, this is a line generally used by the government, okay, to decide what? To decide the level of poverty. Anything, okay, who is above this line is going to be what? Above poverty line. Anything who is going to be below, okay, below this line is going to be what? Below poverty line, that is okay there. So how this poverty line is being decided? Okay, this is decided based on which basket? A poverty basket. If you are able to afford this basket, then you are above the poverty line. If you are not able to afford this basket, then what will happen? You are going to be below poverty line, that is okay there. Clear? So based on okay this particular poverty basket, okay, we decides okay what? We decides nothing but okay whether an individual is above poverty or whether individual is below poverty, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt? So this basket contains what? Goods and services, okay, like we discussed, okay, health component, education component, nutrition component, okay, to measure that okay thing in case of nothing but okay this particular basket. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So first of all, government decides what? Government decides a basket. Okay, if you are able to afford this particular basket, then you are going to be above poverty line. If you are not able to afford, then below poverty line. Okay, then there is going to be nothing but okay this line that you have to keep in mind. Next comes your poverty gap ratio and poverty headcount ratio, that is okay there. These two terms are there, gap ratio and headcount ratio, that is okay there. So what is poverty headcount ratio? As the name indicates, headcount. Headcounting means what? Number of people. Okay, how many number of people below poverty line or above poverty line? You are counting the number of heads, now counting the number of people. Heads means what? One head, one people. Okay, so when you are counting number of people who are below poverty line, then it is going to be called as what? Poverty headcount ratio. You are counting the number of people that are going to be below poverty line. That is called as what? That is called as a poverty headcount ratio. That is okay there. Clear? Another term is okay mentioned is called as a poverty gap ratio. What is the term poverty gap ratio measures? As the name indicates, it measures the depth of the poverty. Poverty gap ratio measures what? It measures the depth of the poverty or intensity of poverty. Intensity of poverty. Okay, it measures okay what? Depth of the poverty, or it measures what? Intensity of poverty, that is okay what poverty gap ratio measures. Fine. For example, to okay understand this, let's say this poverty basket has been decided by the government, and this poverty basket okay says that this is okay any person earning 200 less than 200 per day okay is going to be what? Below poverty line. Anyone earning more than this per day is going to be what? Above poverty line. Based on the poverty basket, let's say government has fixed this number, okay, that anyone earning less than 200 will be what? Will be nothing but okay below poverty line. Anyone okay earning that okay above that is going to be above poverty line. For example, World Bank comes out with which concept? $3. Okay, $3. If we are taking $1.80, $3 is going to be how much? 240 rupees. Okay, that is okay there. Okay, so for okay different okay what different measurement we are taking up. Let's say this basket is what? This basket is 200 rupees, okay, basket. So anyone earning less than nothing but okay 200 per day, okay, is going to be what? Going to be below poverty line. Let's say I am earning 180 rupees per day. Person A is earning 180 rupees per day. Person B is earning 90 rupees per day. Person C is earning 195 rupees per day. Person D is earning 30 rupees per day. Person E is not earning any rupees. So who is under the more depth of the poverty?
Not earning.
E is okay what? Higher, okay, not earning anything. D is also higher, B is also higher, but A and C are what? Okay, they have little gap, okay, with nothing but okay poverty line, that is okay there. So here we are trying to measure what? Depth of poverty or intensity. So these are under severe intensity, these are nothing but okay lesser intensity of nothing but okay poverty, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So that is what measured through what? That is what measured through nothing but okay intensity of poverty, okay, which is called as what? Poverty gap ratio, okay, that is okay. So these are the four terms to keep in mind. One is poverty line. Poverty line, okay, as we discussed, why okay government fixes poverty line. Based on the poverty line, we decides whether to whether to what, whether to launch any schemes or not launch any scheme. Why government fixes this line? Okay, because government launches schemes for whom? Below poverty line people, that is okay there. So government need to decide who will be included in the scheme, who will not be included in the scheme. So that's why they decide this line, poverty line, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Fine. So clear the term? Poverty line, poverty basket, poverty gap ratio, poverty headcount ratio. Next, how we are estimating this poverty?
What is the definition for basket?
Basket is okay, containing goods and services. Poverty basket will be, it will contain certain goods and services, essential goods and services, based on which government will decide whether okay person is above poverty line or below poverty line. If someone is able to afford this basket, then what will happen? Above poverty line. If he is not able to afford this basket, then below poverty line. Right? So poverty estimation. How we are measuring the poverty? How we are deciding this line? Poverty line, we are saying that government is deciding this line. So how the government is deciding this particular line? Okay. So what you see is okay. What you see is okay. There is certain estimation that has been done. One is called as a what? Pre-independence period also estimation has been done. And post-independence period also estimation has been done. Okay, pre-independence period, okay, you saw nothing but okay, Dadabhai Naoroji Day. Doing nothing but okay, what? Doing nothing but okay, estimation of poverty. Then okay, you see nothing but okay, Jawaharlal Nehru. Doing okay, what? And National Planning Committee. This was formed in 1938. Doing what? Doing nothing but okay, estimation of nothing but okay, poverty, that is okay there. And the third okay that you see is what? The third that you see is okay. So Dadabhai Naoroji, Jawaharlal Nehru, and the third you have is what? You have is okay, Bombay Plan. So pre-independence period, these are okay what? These are the estimation that is okay, done with regard to poverty. Okay. So if you remember what books okay, Dadabhai Naoroji has written? No, he has given theory of drain of wealth. Which book he has written, okay, which indicate drain of wealth? This is called as a Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. This book is okay where he is okay talking about drain of wealth. Okay, so that is okay there. So in that he is estimating the poverty, that is okay there. Clear? National Planning Committee was created in 1938. Okay, so if you have studied in case of history. Okay, 1937 to 1939 is called as what? This period is called as what? Famine. What this period is called as 1937 to 1939? This is called as a period of Congress rule. Okay, remember? Okay, Congress fought election after 1935 for a brief period. Congress was there in the provinces, and Congress resigned in 1939. Why Congress resigned? Second World War broke out. British declared India to be a party to World War. Did not consult the Congress, and that's why Congress resigned. Okay. So when Congress was in power, National Planning Committee was created to estimate the poverty. Okay, because they wanted to do something for welfare of people, because they were in the power at the provinces. Fine. Third is a Bombay Plan. Bombay Plan is okay. Plan made by industrialist group. This plan is made by the industrialist group. Industrialist group means like JRD, Tata was there, other okay people were there. Okay, this plan basically talks about which type of economic system India need to adopt. Okay, post independence, because 1944-47 we got independent. So there was discussion whether India should choose capitalist system, whether India should choose what socialist system, communist system, okay, mixed economic system. There was debate happening, that is okay there. So this plan was made by industrialist group, that India should adopt this particular type of nothing but okay economic system, and under that they estimated what? Under that they estimated nothing but okay the poverty that is okay there. So this was pre-independence period. Just for your information, keep in mind, question might come okay that in history that who has done okay estimation of poverty that is okay there. Clear? Post independence, several committees has been created. So post independence you have several committees that has been created. One is okay VM Dandekar and Rath. Dandekar and Rath 1971. Then you have Alag committee. (1979), Lakdawala committee, 1993. Then you have Tendulkar committee, 2004-5, and then Rangarajan committee, 2012. Okay, these committee have been set up. These four committee has been set up by which commission? Planning commission. This committee has been set up by which commission? Planning commission. That is okay there. Well, this is okay what? Independent assessment. Independent assessment. So that's why they are considered as what? They are considered as a official committees. Because they have been set up by planning commission, so they are called as a official committee. The first one, Dandekar and Rath, were economists. Okay, they were economists. Okay, they have done the estimation of poverty. That is okay. Fine. Independent assessment means okay, not set up by government. Okay, official committees are okay, something that are set up by the government. Independent assessment means not set up by the government, on their own. They are, okay, that is called as the independent assessment. Fine. Third one is Lakdawala. Okay, Lakdawala. LAKDAWALA. Lakdawala committee. Fine. So the first, okay, Dandekar and Rath, okay, 1971 is estimating the poverty. But remember, in India, the poverty line is not estimated based on which level? Income level. We are not measuring poverty based on income. Rather, we are measuring poverty in India based on what? Expenditure. Okay, we are not measuring poverty based on income, but we are measuring poverty based on what? Expenditure. For example, let's say we just now discussed, okay, this official poverty line, no? Our official poverty line, it is based on which one? 200 per day. How we are deciding this number, 200 per day? Based on expenditure, okay, whether okay I am able to afford this basket or I am not able to afford this particular basket, that is okay there. So I am okay spending money to afford this particular basket. So this 200 has been fixed on which, okay, which basis? On the expenditure basis, whether I am able to afford this basket or not. Okay, if I am able to afford this basket by spending money, I am above poverty line. If I am not able to afford this basket, so I am okay below poverty line. So in India, it is not decided based on income level, it is decided based on which level? Expenditure level, consumption expenditure level. Why we are choosing expenditure level to measure estimate poverty? Why we are choosing expenditure level, not income level to okay measure the poverty?
The income may be varying from person to person, but expenses will be decided by the government all over the expenditure or the basket of goods. The more they spend, the more taxes they collect.
The more they spend, the more taxes they collect. Okay. Any other thing? Let's say, okay, if you are earning 5,000 rupees in Bangalore, you are earning 5,000 rupees in a village, okay, you are living, where you can be good quality of life. 5,000 okay rupees you are earning in a village, and 5,000 rupees you are earning in a Bangalore, okay, where you can spend, okay, or you can, okay, have a good quality of life. Village, why?
Cost of living.
Cost of goods is going to be less. Yes, in Bangalore you will get things more expensive, more costly. In villages, what will happen? You are going to get, okay, what things at a very cheaper rate, okay, that is okay there. Less costly rate, okay, that is okay there. So what will happen is, okay, with the same amount of money, you can live a, okay, good life at some areas. You cannot live a good life in what other areas, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So that's why income level is not being used, because income can't give you, okay, a good idea, okay, why? Because with the same income you may not live a good life in one area, with same income you may live a good life in another areas, okay, that is okay there. So that's why income approach is not being used in India, because, okay, as we discussed, cost of living varies from rural areas to urban areas. In urban areas, tier 1, tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, in which cities you are living, that also decides something, but okay, what? That's variation. For example, if you are living, okay, affording a PG in Bangalore, you might be, okay, paying a rent of 9,000, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000. If you are, okay, affording a, okay, PG, let's say in, okay, tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, you may get at 3,000, 5,000 rupees, that is okay there. So what will happen is cost of living varies, okay, when you are, okay, moving from one area to another area. So with the same income, you might live a good life in what? One area. With same income, you will not live a good life in other area, that is okay there. Clear? But every individual has to what? Has a common expenditure of food, clothing and shelter. No matter where you are living, whether urban areas or rural areas, you have the common expenditure of food, clothing and shelter. So that's why consumption expenditure we are checking. Expenditure with this expenditure, okay, whether you are able to meet your basic necessity. With this expenditure, you are not able to meet your basic necessity. So that's why India is not, okay, deciding official expenditure based on income level. We have moved on to which level? Expenditure level. We are checking whether we are able to afford this basket or not able to afford this particular basket, that is okay there. So consumption expenditure we are checking. Clear? So official poverty line in India is decided based on what? Based on nothing but, okay, expenditure, okay, method, not on income method, that you have to keep in mind. Fine. So what Dandekar and Rath is doing is what? What Dandekar and Rath is doing? Okay, 1971, Dandekar and Rath, what they are doing is what? 2250 calorie. They are saying that if you are spending, okay, money on food and are able to afford this much calorie, okay, then what will happen? Then you are above poverty line. If you are not able to afford this much calorie, then what will happen? You are below poverty line, that is okay there. So that was Dandekar and Rath estimation there. So Dandekar and Rath were saying that, okay, what? That if you are able to spend this much money on, okay, what? This much money on nothing but, okay, the okay, what? Food, and you are able to get this much calorie, then okay, what will happen? You are above poverty line. If you are not able to get this much calorie, then what will happen? You are below poverty line, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So why this much calorie? Because earlier we saw lot of work has to be done manually. You require more energy, so you require more food spending. More food spending means what? Okay, so Dandekar and Rath is not taking account which expenditure. They are not taking account clothing expenditure, shelter expenditure. They are only talking about what? Food related expenditure, and based on that they are estimating the poverty, whether the person is above poverty line or the person is nothing but, okay, below poverty line. That you have to keep in mind. Clear? So VM Dandekar and Rath is, okay, the first assessment in India trying to estimate what? Trying to estimate the poverty. Dandekar and Rath is, okay, deciding based on which type of expenditure? Consumption expenditure. And they are saying that, okay, if you are spending on the food and, okay, getting how much calorie? 2250 calorie, that is okay there in a day. Okay, this much calorie in a day. If you are, okay, able to get this much, okay, then you are above poverty line. If you are, okay, not able to get, then you are below poverty line, that is okay there. This is same for rural areas also, this is same for urban areas also, that is okay there. Here, any doubt regarding this one? But other committee slightly deviating from this. Other committee saying that no, you require higher calorie in rural areas and lower calorie in which area? Urban areas. Why? Why other committee is, okay, going for, okay, different variation? Because in rural areas people are doing more manual work. If they are doing more manual work means what? They require more energy. In urban areas they are doing less manual work. Less manual work means what? They require lesser energy. So Alak committee is slightly deviating from the assessment of Dandekar and Rath. Dandekar and Rath is coming out with the same estimation for both rural areas and urban areas. Okay, the Alak committee is okay deviating, and Alak committee is saying that 2400 calorie in rural areas and 2100 in which areas? Urban areas. These were nothing but okay, what? These were the earlier estimation, okay, that you are finding with regard to poverty. Fine. So you write down poverty estimation committee, and first you write down Dandekar and Rath. Poverty estimation committee you write down, and first you write down Dandekar and Rath. This was the first independent assessment. This was the first independent assessment. First independent assessment of poverty in India. Of poverty in India based on national sample survey data. Based on national sample survey data. Based on national sample survey data. As per this committee, poverty line, as per this committee, poverty line must be derived
As per this
committee. Poverty line must be derived from the expenditure. Poverty line must be derived from the expenditure that was adequate to provide. That was adequate to provide. 2250 calories. 2250 calories per day in both rural and urban areas. 2250 calories per day in both rural and urban areas. In both rural and urban areas. Both rural and urban areas. Urban areas. Para change it now. Okay. The poverty line was chosen based on consumption expenditure. Consumption expenditure and not on income level.
based on
Consumption expenditure and not on income level. Because of variation in income. And it is difficult to estimate. Difficult to estimate income of self-employed people. It is difficult to estimate income of self-employed people, daily wage laborers, etc. That's why consumption expenditure were chosen to measure the poverty. Para change in right now.
consumption.
Expenditure is chosen to measure the poverty. Para change in right now. Next, second year item, Alak Committee 1979. Alak Committee 1979. Alak Committee 1979. It constructed a poverty line. For rural and urban areas. for rural and urban areas on the basis of nutritional requirement. For rural and urban areas on the basis of nutritional requirement, on the basis of nutritional requirement and given separate calorie requirement for rural and urban areas, given separate calorie requirement for rural and urban areas, rural and urban areas, that is 2400 calorie, that is 2400 calories in rural areas, 2400 calories in rural areas and 2100 in urban areas, 2100 in urban areas, urban areas. This was the first official committee, this was the first official committee set up by planning commission, set up by planning commission to estimate poverty in India, set up by planning commission to estimate poverty in India, to estimate poverty in India. Fine. So this is all about this is all about the two committees, Dandekar and Alag committee. So initially you see estimation of poverty is only done on which type of expenditure, consumption expenditure. It is only taking into account which type of expenditure, food expenditure, not taking into account which type of expenditure, health related or education related or the shelter related expenditure. Those expenditure are something that are not counted in measuring nothing but poverty or estimating the poverty that is over there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So we'll start with Lakdawala, Tendulkar and Rangarajan in the tomorrow's class, that is there. And what we try to cover today is what? Concept of developmental indicator. Remember, the developmental indicator, on what parameters we are measuring, who is publishing report, when the indicator was introduced, and lastly you have to keep in mind India's current rank in those indexes, that is there. Second thing what you have to keep in mind is what? Second thing that we have discussed is ICOR or COR. Remember, COR is what? Total capital stock divided by total output, and incremental capital output ratio is net investment divided by nothing but net GDP growth rate that is there. So that is how we are trying to measure. As we discussed, lower ICOR is what? Good for economy. Higher ICOR is what? Bad for the economy, that is there. Then use keep in mind poverty, types of poverty, poverty trap, how we are estimating poverty, as well as nothing but terms related to the poverty that is there. Anybody having any doubt? Thank you.